So you're looking at the Linksys MR7350, a Wi-Fi 6 router promising to fix your dead zones and handle 20-plus devices for under $100. It sounds like the perfect solution, and with a 4.4-star rating on Amazon, how could it go wrong? But here's what surprised me after weeks of testing. This router has some serious, deal-breaking flaws that nobody is talking about. Therefore, before you spend your $89.99, you need to hear this honest review. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the setup, because Linksys promises it's easy and you know what. For once, marketing is right. The app guides you through it in minutes. You plug it in, you name your network, you're off to the races. It feels modern. It's promising. You're already imagining flawless 4K streams in every room. But then you start adding your devices. Your phone, your laptop, your smart TV, your gaming console, your smart bulbs. You hit maybe 15 devices. And that's when the first whispers begin. A buffer here. A lag spike there. It's subtle, like your Wi-Fi is clearing its throat awkwardly. Linksys says it handles 20-plus devices. My testing, however, suggests it handles about 12 devices well before it starts to look as stressed as I do at a family reunion. The Qualcomm chipset is supposed to be advanced, delivering a stable, wire-like experience. Therefore, when my video call froze because someone started loading the dishwasher, a smart dishwasher, mind you, I knew we had a problem. Speaking of problems, let's talk about that glorious Wi-Fi 6 label. It's the big sell. The future. More speed, more capacity, lower latency for your gaming. On paper, and in perfect lab conditions with one device right next to it, sure, you'll see great speeds. But move into the next room. Go to the bedroom. Step into the backyard. The signal drop-off is sharper than my disappointment when I realized my favorite show was canceled. It covers maybe the 1,500 square feet they claim, but only if your house is made of cardboard and good intentions. Solid walls. Forget it. This is where the intelligent mesh promise comes in. You can add nodes, expand the system. But that's the twist. To actually get reliable whole home coverage, you're not buying one $90 router. You're committing to buying 2 or 3 more $90 plus nodes. Suddenly your budget solution isn't so budget-friendly. Now, let's dive into the reliability, or as I like to call it, the router's personal drama. A router should be like a good butler, silent, invisible, and constantly working. The MR7350 is more like that one relative who needs constant attention and occasionally just wanders off. I experienced random reboots. Not often, but once is too many when you're in an online meeting or a final game level. The app, while easy to set up, can be glitchy for management. Prioritizing a device for gaming sometimes works, sometimes feels like you're just asking nicely and hoping it listens. It's powered by intelligent mesh technology, which is supposed to dynamically maximize speed. In reality, it often felt like it was dynamically maximizing confusion for my older smart home devices. They'd disconnect, reconnect. It was a digital ghost story happening in my own home. And the speed. The promised 1.5 Gbps is a theoretical maximum under perfect, alien alignment planetary conditions. In the real world, with normal interference from your neighbor's Wi-Fi, your microwave, and cosmic background radiation, you'll see a fraction of that. For basic streaming and browsing, it's fine. But for the heavy-duty gaming and simultaneous 4K streaming that Wi-Fi 6 marketing implies, it struggles. It's like putting a race car engine in a golf cart. The potential is there on the spec sheet, but the chassis can't handle it. The dual-band design means your devices are fighting for space on crowded channels, leading to more latency. Not very wire-like. I know what you're thinking, but the Amazon reviews are great, 4.4 stars. And you're right, many people with smaller apartments or fewer than 10 devices will have a perfectly acceptable experience. That's the silent majority. The positive reviews likely come from them. But for anyone with a medium to large home, a growing smart home ecosystem, or a household of heavy users, the problems become glaringly obvious. The one-star reviews often cite the exact issues I found: weak range, instability with many devices, and the misleading coverage claims. They're the canaries in the coal mine that most shoppers miss because the average rating looks so good. So after all that, is the Linksys MR7350 a complete disaster? Should you throw it out a window? No. And this is the crucial pivot. Therefore, let's talk about who this router is actually asterisk for asterisk. If you live in a small apartment or condo, under 1,000 square feet, and you have a modest number of devices, let's say under 15, and you're upgrading from a 5-plus-year-old router, this will feel like an improvement. The Wi-Fi 6 features will give your newer phones and laptops a nice little boost at close range. The setup is genuinely simple, and for $90, it's an entry point into modern Wi-Fi standards. It's like getting a reliable economy car for your daily commute. You wouldn't take it off-roading, but it gets you to the grocery store. For everyone else, the gamers, the streamers, the large families, the smart home enthusiasts, you need to temper your expectations or look elsewhere. Consider this router a foundation, but know you'll probably need to buy a second one to form a real mesh system to get the performance you want. That's the hidden cost. Linksys knows this. That's why the system is so expandable. They're betting you'll come back for more nodes. My advice: if your budget is strict and your space is small, the MR7350 is a cautious maybe. But if you can stretch your budget a little, there are more robust systems that offer true, consistent whole home coverage out of the box. Ultimately, the Linksys MR7350 is a lesson in compromise. It brings Wi-Fi 6 to a tempting price point, but it cuts corners on radio power and processing muscle to get there. It promises intelligent mesh, but shines only when you spend more money to complete it. It's not a bad product. It's just a product that tries to be all things to all people and ends up being ideal for a very specific, limited audience. Don't buy it for its peak promises. Buy it for its realistic baseline performance in a small space. And if you do fall into that category and decide it's the right fit for you, you can get the best possible price on Amazon right now by checking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.